Okay, good evening, good evening. Just sharing some scripture with everybody. In the Bible, in John chapter 8, it says at verse 31, Jesus told the people who had faith in him, "If you keep on obeying what I have said, you are truly my disciples. You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free."
Sure.
They answered, "We are Abraham's children. We have never been anyone's slaves. How can you say we will be set free?"
Preach it, brother.
Jesus replied, "I tell you for certain that anyone who sins is a slave to sin. And slaves don't stay in the family forever, but the son will always remain in the family. If the son gives you freedom, you are free." I'll say that again. If the son gives you freedom, you are free. I know that you are from Abraham's family, yet you will want to kill me, because my message isn't really in your hearts. I'm telling you what my Father has shown me, just as you are doing what your Father has taught you. You know, these people thought that just because they were born from Abraham, that they were in his family. But Jesus came and said, "I am the way, I am the truth." You know, in order to be part of my family, you believe what I believe. And these Jews, they thought that, you know, if I came from his seed, if I came from Abraham down to Isaac, down to Jacob, if it came down to now, whatever my name, Nelson, then I am in the family. But Jesus comes to correct them in love. He says, "I tell you for certain that anyone who sins is a slave to sin." These Israelites, these Jews, they came out of Egypt where they were enslaved. You know, they were bounded by Pharaoh with chains. They were forced to work hard with making bricks and for these pyramids and temples. But Jesus said, anyone who sins is a slave to sin. You know, you don't just not just a matter of being bounded, but it's a matter of the sin is what bounds you, not the chains that bound you. The sin is what bounds you. And so these people of Abraham, they were slaves to sin. You know, all of us, we sin, we fall short. Scripture tells us we fall short. But it's a matter of turning away from that sin. And how often do we turn away from that sin? Is it quick? Is it a long time? You know, are we like those Israelites that we wander in the desert for 40 years? Or are we quick to turn away from our sin? You know, so I would say a message before I go, you know, turn away. If there's sin you're in right now, turn away from your sin. You know, if you're on alcohol, you're addicted to alcohol, you're addicted to drugs, you're fornicating with your girlfriend, you're doing a lot of stuff, I would say turn away and turn away quick, because the Lord is going to come one day. And the last thing you want to do is be sinning, be caught up in your sin, be backsliding when the Lord comes. He loves you. He loves you with all his heart. He loves you. But he's also just.
Preach.
And in that day, you know, it's going to be a sad day for those who are in their sin, following the gods of the world and not Jesus Christ. That's going to be a sad day. So I just pray for everybody. Follow Jesus. You know, we have church services. Ask us. You can ask any one of us about church. You can ask any one of us about questions about Jesus Christ. So I just pray that everyone turns away from their sin as quick as possible and turns to Jesus. Turn away from sin. Turn to Jesus. Don't turn to different false idols. Don't turn to different false idols. Don't turn to the balls. Don't turn to the Joseph Smiths. Don't turn to the all the different religions.
Come on, my
turn
brother.
to Jesus Christ.
We're good, man. We already got something.
In your name I
Thank
pray.
you, though.
Amen.
Jesus, man.
Praise God.